Revenge is delicious, honestly. We got battered last season 3-0 at Old Trafford. Few controversial decisions for Liverpool. Now we batter Liverpool 3-0 at Old Trafford the year after. And there's one controversial decision for the second goal. But yeah, for any of my loyal subs or whatever that watch these regularly, as you can see, I'm wearing a Manchester United away top. I just recently got this delivered. I'll quickly show you who's on the back. You can probably all guess it's Di Maria 7. But obviously, new people watching this only care about the match. So enough of that. Let's get into this. So we started off with a 3 at the back formation. Now, I wasn't overly confident with this formation, but, you know, I hand it to Louis van Gaal. He knew what he was doing. Brendan Rodgers also lined up with this, but we lined up with David De Gea. Then we had Evans. Would have been Rojo who was in there, but he was injured yesterday in training, so that's 43 or 44 injuries for the season now. We had Jones and Carrick playing as centre-backs. Then we had Valencia and Young as the wing-backs. Then in the centre of midfield, we had Fellaini with ROONEY and Mata playing just ahead of him with RVP up front. I suppose it's a 3-5-2 basically. But yeah, anyway, so we start the game off. We looked very, very poor, to be honest, early on. It was kind of the aftermath of the Southampton game. Passing wasn't the best. Liverpool had the first opportunity. Brilliant through balls. Sterling, David De Gea, great save. He was man of the match this game, and he deserves a 3rd in form on FIFA. It is absolutely ridiculous. Some of the saves he made were crazy. But anyway, great save. Then we break straight from that. The ball's played to RVP. He holds it up well, finds a great pass to Valencia. Now Moreno's out of position and Allen's tried to fill in. So basically Valencia looks as though there's nothing on. I was like, oh, for fuck's sake, we're going to lose the ball. But Valencia, lovely touch through Allen's legs. I think it's Allen. And then he bursts through. ROONEY runs in. Coutinho loses ROONEY easy as you like. It's a pass in and ROONEY side foots it 1-0. 25 seconds after Sterling had his shot saved from David De Gea. I went fucking mad. Get in. ROONEY scoring against the Scousers again. So yeah, brought back some memories, I suppose. So anyway, then we continue. You know, we're a little bit better, but sometimes our passing was woeful at best again. I mean, it wasn't anywhere near as bad as Southampton. The passing gradually improved as the confidence went up during the game. Fellaini had a poor game, but he started to level it out towards the end. We had 4 red cards in the first half. I think Fellaini, ROONEY, Evans and Jones. It was a pretty bloodbath match, as you would expect, Liverpool versus Manchester United. So, you know, that was always going to be expected. But anyway, we play the ball out to Young, who delivers a lovely cross-in. Now, this is the debatable decision. Robin Van Persie gets a very, very, very slight touch. He still gets a touch, though. And Mata is offside because Robin Van Persie got a touch. He was onside when Young delivered the cross, but because Van Persie was interfering with play, when Van Persie touched it, Mata was offside. But anyway, Mata slots it in, and it's a difficult decision for the linesman. Apparently, according to the commentators, this linesman is one of the best linesmen in the BPL, so it's a very, very slight touch by RVP. Obviously, with the cameras, you'll be able to see it. But one thing I want to say, yes, we shouldn't have had that goal. It was offside, okay? But last season, okay, Sturridge dived, Vidic got sent off, and he's got a penalty, Liverpool. So, you know, it's kind of karma. Karma is a bitch, all right? There's always debatable decisions, all right? I'm not disputing that. We shouldn't have got that goal, but we did. Credit to Liverpool, to be honest, because they did still look as though they were dangerous. Balotelli came on at half-time. They didn't play a striker until then. And, yeah, Balotelli had so many opportunities. David De Gea was saving each and every one. It was ridiculous. He had his best save was when Balotelli, I think Sterling actually, great tackle by Jones, but Sterling gets it back. He passes it, cross into the box, and then Balotelli smashes it, well, side foots it kind of, but it's got a lot of power onto it. David De Gea gets a tip to it, off the bar, tips it onto the bar, and yeah, brilliant. So after that, basically, we had another chance. Mata, I can't remember what happened just before this. I think it went to ROONEY and then it came back to Mata, and RVP's in space. Mata just side foots it to RVP. Brad Jones is kind of towards the left of the net trying to track ROONEY-ish, and Van Persie's got basically an open net to fire into to make it 3-0. Absolutely fantastic performance. Just before then, Herrera got subbed on for Wilson. Wilson did very well, to be honest. I mean, he didn't do a lot, but he didn't do a lot wrong either. He was tracking back a lot, which won't be noted that much because he's a striker. But RVP seems rejuvenated, okay? He really does. Seems on fire. He scored 7 against Liverpool now, and obviously 3 in 2 games. You know, he was tracking back. He actually showed some passion, which is something he's been lacking this season. Falcao came on after that, and yeah, I just wanted Falcao to get a goal, so it would be perfect. It would be a perfect day, but he didn't. But the good thing is Falcao is now fully fit. Louis van Gaal said he didn't pick him because he wanted the pace of Wilson. Obviously, we were without Di Maria, who was our paciest player, so he wanted a little bit of pace to test Liverpool's defence. So fair enough for Louis van Gaal, to be honest. He got his tactics right. He wanted pace over Falcao, who obviously isn't the fastest player. Hopefully he gets a start against Villa, though. It would be really, really nice to see, since Di Maria should be back. Luke Shaw may be back. Rafael should be back from full fitness. You know, we're getting a lot of players back, which is good. Obviously, Rojo is now injured slightly, but the good thing is, during the game, we didn't get any more injuries, and we won 3-0. We're now third. I think we're 3 points ahead of West Ham and 5 ahead of Southampton and Arsenal. And then we're 10 ahead of Liverpool. Absolutely brilliant. Role reversal from last season. Couldn't be happier. Get in, United.